I'm Patsy Boykin, Columbus Technical College online speaking class. I am going to present my definitional speech today. I have some of my students here at school with me. We have Nicole, Helena, Brittany, Jasmine, Tanika, Honesty, Tondrika, and Jalen. Okay. This is the informal outline that I'm going to be using on the speech today. All right. Imagine you're at a supermarket and all of a sudden you hear a crash. Then you hear a child cry. Is there something inside of you that may cause an alarm or may cause you to panic because you heard that child's cry? Maybe an internal alarm clock, mommy alarm clock that kind of puts you in mommy mode. There are two types of mothers. There are biological mothers which conceive, they give birth to an offspring, and they nurture that child. We also have stepmothers. Stepmothers choose to become mothers, and they choose to become an addition to the mother role by marriage. All right, a biological mother gives birth to an offspring and nurtures that offspring throughout life. The relationship starts with conception. When the mother conceives that child moves inside of her. She develops a bond with her child that lasts a lifetime. A child's cry can cause her to have internal feelings that possibly have to do with that alarm clock. That mother, possibly because she's a biological mother and she has been with that child from the beginning, possibly can fix broken things before they break. And that comes with being with that child throughout that child's life. At times when things happen and we're unable to fix them, there might be others that can help us fix them. Stepmothers can often be a help to biological mothers if a biological mother allows them because they can be an addition to the mother role. A stepmother will have a different type of bond than a biological mother because that biological mother was there with that child throughout their life. A stepmother is going to have to work really hard. There's going to have to be a lot of dedication between the stepmother and the child to form a bond, but they can form their own bond. A child's cry may have a different effect on a stepmother than it would have on a biological mother because of that embedded internal alarm, mommy alarm. It's not to say that a stepmother is not going to react to that cry. She just may not react in the same way that a biological mother would react. Stepmothers have to work really hard to develop that relationship. Mothers can be biological mothers, which means they conceive, they give birth to an offspring, and they nurture that offspring, or they can be an additional role to the mother role as a stepmother. The way we choose to become a mother is ultimately our own decision. But we need to do the best job at both that we can possibly do. Are there any questions? Honestly.
Can a father's bond be like a mother's bond?
I'm sure a father could have the same bond that a mother could have, but the bond may be a little different because the mother actually carried that child before she, gave birth and then started nurturing the child. Jasmine.
Say like a stepmother has been there throughout your whole life, would there still be a different bond than a biological mother?
Again, I think they may have a different bond than they would as a biological mother. That bond, I'm sure, would be a lot stronger than if a person became a stepmother, and the child were an older age, because they would get to see some of the things in life that stepmother that, you know, came in at that later age did not get to see.
If you had like surrogacy mother, would it be like, would they still have that special bond, or could the new mom have a special bond?
Again, I think both of them would have a bond, and I think it's probably going to be hard for that surrogate mother to give up that child, but she knows going into that situation that she's not going to be giving birth to her child. She's going to be giving birth to somebody else's child. So she knows from the beginning that she's going to give that child to those parents that she's carrying it for. She's not going to keep the child and raise it herself. Okay? Two of the resources that were used in this definitional speech were a child education book from the Family and Consumer Science classes here at Manchester High School, and also the internet. There was a parenting magazine that was also used. Okay?